On this video, you're going to learn how to add rational numbers. Remember that a rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction. All right, let's take a look at this example. As you can see, these rational numbers, they have the same sign. So you will use the same rules that you use when adding integers. So if they have the same sign, first you need to add the absolute value of each one of them. Absolute value of negative half is positive half, and absolute value of negative 3 half is positive 3 half. After you find the absolute value, you need to add them, all right? Let's add half and 3 half. As you can see, they have the same denominator, so you don't have to find the least common denominator. So just add the numerators. 1 plus 3 is 4, and keep the same denominator. Then you need to divide 4 divided by 2, and your answer will be positive 2. But remember, you need to use a sign that they have in common. This sign is negative 2. Pause the video and try to do this example by yourself. All right, so remember, find the absolute value of each one of them. Negative 3/4, it will be positive 3/4. Negative 1/3, it will be positive 1/3. After that, you need to add them because they have the same sign. So it will be 3/4 plus 1/3. In this other example, they have different denominators. So you do need to find the least common denominator, which is 12. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 3, 4 times 3. Let's see, 3 times 3, 9, 4 times 3, 12, plus 1 times 4, 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. Now they have the same denominator. So I just add numerator and keep the same denominator. When you have an improper fraction like you do right now, you need to divide them. So I'll do 12. Then 13. 12 fits only one time, so it will be times 12. And then your whole number will be 1 whole and 1/12. Remember, keep the sign that they have in common. In this case, it's negative. So your answer is negative 1 and 1/12. Try to do this other example. Please pause the video. On this example, they have different signs. So we're going to find the absolute value of each one of them. Negative 8/3 is positive 8/3, and the absolute value of positive 5/6 is just 5/6. So we're going to subtract them, okay, because they have different signs. Remember, you need to find the least common denominator. So I'm going to multiply here times 2, here times 2, so I can get the same denominator. 3 times 2 is 6, 5, 6, and now I'm going to subtract 16 minus 5, which is 11. Keep the same denominator. I'm going to change this improper fraction into a mixed number by dividing them. Let's see. So my answer will be a whole and 5/6. I need to use the sign that have the greatest absolute value. In this case, is 1/3. So it will be negative, okay, my final answer. But hold on, in order for you to remember which fraction has the greatest absolute value, you can compare them by doing 8 times 6 is 48, 3 times 5, 15. Now you can see that 1/3 is the greatest fraction. So that's why I'm using the negative from negative 1/3. So my final answer is negative. Let's try this other example. Please pause the video. All right, on this other example, they have different signs. So we're going to find the absolute value and then subtract them. Absolute value of negative 1/3/8, it is positive 1 and 3/8. And then absolute value of 3/4 is just positive 3/4. I suggest that you change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So you multiply denominator by whole, which is 8 times 1 in this case, and then you add that with the numerator. So it's going to be 11/8. And then you're ready to subtract them because they have different signs. So it will be 11/8 minus 3/4, but I need to find the least common denominator. So in this case, it will be 8. So I'll multiply 3/4 by 2. Let's see. Okay, so I have 11/8 minus 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 8. So 11 minus 6 is 5. And then I keep the same sign. So now I'm going to use a sign of the greatest absolute value. In this case, you can clearly see that it will be -138. That is the greatest absolute value. It is greater than 3/4. So my final answer will be -5/8.